Hey yo, what's good? It's your cool uncle Hunnit Acre Woods, and we're gonna get into this Lil Nas X Montero video. You know what I'm saying? I call myself the cool uncle because I know what time it is. I ain't trying to be deep into the young kid shit, pause. But I'm the one who knows that your parents is full of shit. What they was getting into, you know what I'm saying? So when they get into their judgmental states, I want to see what it is that they trying to judge you for. Um, a lot of people was putting up like the parts of the video where boy was twerking on the devil, and you know what I'm saying, they was trying to say that it was devilish. And as I'm bored right now because I just finished shooting another video for my how to make beats on MPC, how to make hit records, check that out. But notwithstanding, right now as I was thinking about it, I'm like, yo, why is it that everybody's having such a reaction to this shit? Why they only putting one aspect? You know what I'm saying? So let me see what it is that got people upset, and then I'll talk about it. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, I see the symbolism. You know what I'm saying? Already I see the symbolism, and I'm getting 2 minutes into a 3 minute and 9 second video, and I'm like, all right, I know where it's going, so where's the discrepancy? So I didn't have crazy reactions to it. So I thought I would just give a breakdown of what we actually looking at. So like I said, I only got almost 2 minutes in. It was like a minute and 53 before they got into the actual twerking on the devil stuff. So this is my reaction to the Lil Nas X video. Let's get to it.
In life, we hide the parts of ourselves we don't want the world to see.
All right. So right there in psychology, that is the shadow side. If you look at the 12 point or the 8 point story wheel, you go from the light, which is the known, everything that you know about yourself, into the shadow side or the darkness. That's the parts of you that society tells you you shouldn't worry about, or that is not going to get you ahead of yourself. Whether it be your sexuality, whether it be your ingenuity or your creativity, thinking outside of the box. But let's go.
We lock them away. We tell them no. We banish them.
And even this is like Greek symbolism. But let's go.
But here, we don't. Welcome to Montero.
Okay, we got the serpent and a tree.
I caught it bad just today. You hit me with a call to your place. Ain't been out in.
All right. I'm going to keep stopping it just so I could get the fair use. And I want to break down what you're seeing. So, already off rip, this is clearly a metaphor for the Garden of Eden. You saw the serpent, you see the tree, which is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You see the serpent, and you see Lil Nas X portraying himself as Eve. So you already know where the book of that is in the Bible and Genesis. So let's continue.
Well, anyway, was hoping I could catch you throwing smiles in my face.
This alien being is a manifestation, a humanoid version of the serpent, aka the Anunnaki or the reptilians. If you want to know about that, just do your YouTube research or your Google research.
Romantic talking, you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight. Looking at the table, all I see is bleeding white. Baby, you live in the life, but nigga, you ain't living right.
So again, Lil Nas X portray himself. You just saw he saw God looking down at him or her, whichever character you wanna. You know what I'm saying? It's all a movie.
Came and drink it with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, don't be you to sin. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on the way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on the way. Like,
All right, pause. You know what I'm saying? For the people who play the pause game, that's an actual pause. So what we just saw for people who's not understanding what they're seeing because they're just taking it at face value of the sexual aspect, throw that all the way out the window, because when you get over the rainbow, there's a pot of gold. I want you to understand that metaphorically and literally, because when I was younger I didn't understand it metaphorically and literally, but I understand it now. So what we just saw was the story of Genesis, where Eve was tempted by the serpent, manifested in the humanoid form, Anunnaki, whatever, and seduced. You saw the image of God in the clouds looking down, and Lil Nas X as Eve having that decision. However, the serpent seduced Eve, and now we lead into this scene. And here we have what appears to be Greek writing. So if we have somebody that's astute in the so-called woke community at translating languages, we would need your help right now. Also, up here, you can see what looks to be like a furrowed brow. If somebody was like this, that type of symbolism with the eyes closed, these would be closed eyes. I would look at that as a nose, and this would be like a third eye type shit. These would be the eyebrows or whatever. It depends on how you see it. Also, down here is the same thing. So you see closed eyelids, eyebrows, or you could see these as the closed eyes and these the eyebrows. Like, it's all about what your framework or belief system sees this stimuli as. But I do know that this is Greek writing, and if we can get somebody to translate it, that would be awesome, because then we could even break this down way further, or break it down even further.
I wanna sell what you're buying. I wanna feel on your ass in Hawaii. I want that jet lag from fucking and flying. Shoot a shot in your mouth while I'm riding. Oh, I mean, a sign of the times every time that I speak. A dime and a nine, it was mine every week. What a time and incline, God was shining on me. Now I can't leave, and now I'm making hella Italy. Never want the niggas that's in my league. I wanna fuck the ones I envy. I envy.
Pause. So, aside from that line right there, talking about wanting to fuck the men that he envies, pause, that is talking about, like I always say, stop being so infatuated with possessions of other men. You know what I'm saying? Like, too often we look to other men as better than us. We want to be them. We put ourselves in their positions. We put them ahead of us. We try to take on their sexual energy and discharge it to other women and try to get women attracted to us. And that's not what's up. You have to find it within, nurture that, and then manifest it. So with this scene, we already said that Lil Nas X is portraying Eve. So now this is like a court of judgment. We find Lil Nas X portraying himself as, I would call it, the black woman, because he's melanated. So this is Eve manifested as the black woman in the halls of judgment throughout time. Remember, she bit the apple. So this is Eve's judgment. You get me? Let's go.
Cocaine and drink it with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, only here to sin. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning.
All right. So clearly, Eve made a second bad decision, because on in the judgment, I don't know what the judgment was, but obviously she was on her way to heaven, and something happened where she chose the pole. Like, this is a movie scene, so don't worry about Lil Nas X portraying a female, because in Shakespearean times, men portrayed female characters. So Eve in this video Instead of choosing to ascend to heaven, Eve is choosing to descend into the depths of hell.
I'll be on the way, call me when you want, call me when you need, call me out by your name, I'll be on the way, like call me by your name, tell me you love me in private, call me by your name, I do not care if you're lying, when you want me, call me, I'll drop everything, don't need your name, cause I want nothing to say, fuck it, let's ride.
Okay, so like I said, somebody. Well, no, I didn't say that. I said that this was like people were showing only the devil's symbolism. So when a girl had posted about this video, like why is everybody having so much of a reaction type thing? She no, what she really said was Lil Nas X knew that y'all would have this reaction and such and such. So my comment was, so you respect devil worship? It's like she was saying she respect his video. And she was like, if I'm not mistaken, he killed the devil at the end of it. And I'm like, okay, because one, before that, I didn't watch the video. And I was going to say, well, what, he killed the devil and replaced him? So, boom, he killed the devil and replaced him. But in this scene, I was going to say, what does he do? Kill the devil and take his place? Or does he actually redeem the people and all that? We didn't finish it. 6 seconds left. So you never know. He could redeem all the souls in hell and be the champion and reconnect everybody back to God. But I'm so glad that I trained myself to look women in their eyes instead of their ass. Like, because that was awkward. Like, I'm from New York and I've seen men with their partners hands in pockets. But I could understand why people who would feel some type of way, because again, just like if you spit truth, somebody's going to hate on you. Why is that? Because truth is like a grain of sand. When you put a grain of sand inside the mouth of an oyster, it gets agitated. All the chemical enzymes and processes that happen inside of an oyster because of this grain of sand, over time, if it's undisturbed by man or woman or whatever, if it's just left to nature, you'll get a pearl from it. And it's the same thing in people's minds. If they're used to a certain belief system that's fixed and they think that things operate a certain way and they never able out to think outside of that, they're gonna, one, get manipulated, but two, when you put an idea into their mind that seems to be so foreign, it's just like that grain of sand, and it gets into their mind and it starts agitating them. And the way that chemical process manifests is through their speech and their behaviors. So if they're a thinking person like myself, they're gonna say, all right, they're gonna take that sand grain, it's gonna agitate them. But at some point that pearl is going to start forming and they say, all right, what is it? What's happening here? Why did it give that reaction to others? What reaction will it have with me? And I'm able to give you this pearl of wisdom if you able to take it and utilize it. Whereas others, they'll take it and bash this kid, not remembering that he fought the whole country industry himself to get Old Town Road to be respected by them. So let's not bash Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that I'm going to embrace fully him having to take on the role of Eve, because there should be a young woman in that place, but because of the censorship algorithm, they wouldn't allow a bare-breasted black woman to be on YouTube. I understand that. Um, Two, you know what I'm saying? Do what thou wills is the whole of the law. And you know what I'm saying? I understand that this is a metaphor. You know what I'm saying? It's a metaphor. So I'm not looking at it sexually. I'm looking at it artistically for the artistic metaphor. And then what does the metaphor uh allude to? And we already broke that down. So at the end of the day, it's about grading the art. I'm not an art teacher. I'm not a super Illuminati aficionado conspiracy theorist breakdowner, but I know what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? So we got 6 seconds left, and we're gonna give it a grade. All right. So he didn't kill the devil. I mean, he didn't free the people. But like I said, overall, I would say if you depicting the storyline, I would say I I didn't enjoy it, but I understood it if as if I was reading a book. And with Eve killing the devil and putting on the horns, I would see that as becoming Het Haru, because that's what the horns are. So that shit was, it was kind of deep. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really take on too much of the lyrics, even though I heard some of it. I don't. I guess I have to go back and listen to the lyrics now just to understand what the lyrics are, and I'll give a lyrical breakdown. But as far as the video and the symbolism goes, the symbolism was biblical if you understand the Bible. If you actually read it from Genesis to Revelation as a chronicle, instead of trying to pick pieces out and use it to finesse people. But yeah, so basically, it's the story of Eve through judgment, ascending to heaven and choosing to go to hell, and then taking over hell by killing the devil and becoming the queen of hell. That's what I took from it. Let me know what you took from it in the link below. It's your man Hunnit Acre Woods. Till next time, always be creative, because there's a lot more symbolism in the Bible. And I think I'm about to host a thing where I teach you how to break this shit down. So if you just sitting in your room watching this shit, stewing, going crazy, like what is this shit all about? Holla at me. We're gonna talk about it. Till next time. Peace.